I'm Annika Larson live at Parliament, where it's going to be a very busy day ahead with both the jobs of the Public Protector and the head of IPID under scrutiny. More later in the bulletin.
Another twist in the so-called resurrection scandal. The funeral parlour now says it will take legal action after a pastor involved claimed he brought a man back from the dead. And then claims of dodgy vote counting as Nigeria's election results trickle in. Michael McKenna keeping an eye on the sport. I can't get over it either. I mean, you know, what won't we believe? What won't we believe as I suppose, desperate worshippers? I don't know. Anyway.
Okay, let's believe in our sport this morning.
That's,
right.
you know,
okay.
Seeing is believing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Justin Ford will bring us a report on the Stormers camp on a high since their win over the weekend. And remember now, Roger Federer, he's after his 100th ATP title. He's doing well so far. Won his first match in the Dubai Championship. But there's a lot more to talk about.
All right, and let's get the weather lowdown with Annette Venter in Cape Town. Morning once again, Annette.
Good morning. Well, we currently have a cold front on Cape Town's doorstep. We are expecting light rain throughout this morning to spread eastwards into the Western Cape, but a more detailed forecast for the entire South Africa a little bit later on this morning.
Right, well, will he go or will he stay? Parliament's Portfolio Committee on Police is left with just 2 days to decide on Robert McBride's fate. The IPID head wants a decision by Police Minister Bheki Cele to not renew his contract set aside. His contract comes to an end on Thursday. Annika Larson is at Parliament for us. She's been following that story for us. Annika, good morning once again. And like you said, a busy day ahead for Parliament, and this one obviously going to be taking centre stage, the issue of Robert McBride. When we spoke about this on Friday morning, it was all speculative, wondering what the committee was going to do, what was going to happen between then and Thursday, where they're going to be working through the weekend. So do we now know where we are in the process, or where they are in the process of deciding about Robert McBride?
Yes, it's caused quite heated discussion and really not as much cooperation as usual in this committee. MPs really sticking to their party lines on the matter, and heated debate about whether Bheki Cele, the police minister, has made the right decision or not in deciding not to extend a second term for IPID head Robert McBride. Robert McBride wanted to come before the committee to give oral submission as to why he should be staying on to do the job. He says he's doing highly politically sensitive investigations, and remove him now and those investigations will simply fall away, and that's possibly, he says, why he's being removed. Well, legal opinion received yesterday saying that it was only if there was going to be very complex and detailed issues that needed answering that he would be called. So he may well not be called before the committee, and the committee is going to discuss the Auditor General's report into his performance, certain issues around his security clearance, etc. Today, and the deadline really is going to be probably a close of business tomorrow night or on Thursday morning.
So do we know then who we're likely to hear from, if anyone, or are they just going to depend on reports and just what's on paper, Annika?
It seems it's really going to be written submissions. One of the issues is, I think this really is not going to be the end of the matter, because, as you know, Robert McBride went to court as soon as the police minister announced, with no reasons given, in a letter to him that he was not going to have his contract renewed, and the court ruled for Robert McBride, and the parties involved came to, in a draft order, an agreement that Parliament would be able to veto Minister Cele's decision or not. But the IPID Act is very vague on how you actually remove or extend the terms of its chief. So I think that this matter, according to the Helen Suzman Foundation and others who came in as amicus curiae, they're going to probably take this decision on review so that there's very firm guidelines in place under the IPID Act.
So not too many days. I mean, Thursday is literally like 48 hours away, Annika. So do we know who's waiting in the wings? I mean, if Robert McBride doesn't get any joy, if his contract is not extended, who's likely to be the next IPID boss?
I really don't know, Yuveka, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to deflect your question and move on to the next important committee, which which is the Justice Portfolio Committee, who's going to deal with a draft report on whether they should start proceedings to get rid of the public protector. That report's out today. It is a draft report because the committee will have to deliberate on it. But remember, last year the ANC came out very fiercely against the DA request for Busisiwe Mkhwebane to be removed, saying that they needed more time to deliberate, and that court orders, despite the fact that she grossly overreached when she decided that she wanted the mandate of the Reserve Bank changed, saying that that's not enough to prove her improper conduct and fitness to hold office. But remember, the finance minister also telling journalists at a pre-budget hearing last week that she is wrong, he said. She has a problem, were his words. And so that draft order to be discussed today, and I've had a look at it, and it seems that the committee really is just going to kick this can down the road, but my guess is that Busisiwe Mkhwebane is safe for now.
Okay, well, two big things happening there. But you know everything, Annika. You know everything. And I think even if you know, you're not going to tell me. But we'll find out. We'll find out on Thursday. We'll find out on Thursday, I suppose, at some point. Thank you very much. And Annika Larsen will be the first to tell us when she finds out. Thank you very much. Two big goings on there in Parliament today.